ons plan voor nu is om richting Seaside te gaan. We moeten daarvoor een transportmanier vinden. En nog iets.
En wat was er niet meer?
Nee. Maar misschien kunnen we met iemand praten.
Ja.
Zoals de boomman. Volgens mij de enige met wie we kunnen praten überhaupt.
Ja.
Oh nee, die. We moesten in die Magic Mirror kijken.
Dat klopt.
Dat was het. Nou hebben wij hierboven een kan.
Ja.
Daar kunnen we water in doen. Daar
That's
kan
just what
water
I
in.
need.
Kan water.
Ja.
Even kijken. Hebben we hier verder nog wat?
Hoe is die... We hadden die vogel toch opgesloten?
Ja, die is ontsnapt. En die kwam toen
Maar die
beneden
bol zit
bij
weer
de...
dicht.
Ja, die gaat open en dicht. Ook als wij hem gebruiken, ging die open en dicht. Geef water. Nee. Waterval. En dat moet dan in die Magic Mirror. En dan konden we daar het land in bekijken.
Dat kan ook.
Nou, laten we dat doen. Daar is een cheap sheet even opgevlogen.
Right then, fresh water for the bird bath. If I do succeed in escaping, it'll be a while before Chief is able to bathe in his basin again. Do I have the right to drag him into this? He should really have the choice of returning as soon as I escape.
Dan moeten we een nieuw water pakken.
Ja.
Dit heeft ons niks opgeleverd, lijkt
Nou
me.
ja, een verhaaltje over Chief.
Ja. Oh, wat is dat? Hier, we knoeien water op onze knie. De Magic Mirror. Die staat hier. Ik doe even wat water in.
Why not? Perhaps I'm in luck. It works. One of the symbols is glowing.
Ah.
An all-knowing mirror. In the current situation, that would be more than useful. The only question is how to cast a spell over the mirror. I've never done that before.
Ah, daar moeten we misschien weer wat over leren. In een boekje of via deze map.
You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for you?
Tell me, you know a bit about nature, don't you? How does this childbearing stuff work exactly?
Goed om te vragen.
Ja.
Oh, don't know. Ask myself the same question. The bees pollinate the flowers. The flower seeds are carried away by the wind and new plants grow. Very simple and easy, that. But elves, humans and dwarves don't produce nectar. What have you got to offer the bees?
Yeah, and also our children don't grow in the earth, they grow in us.
I know.
Bah.
Isn't it absurd?
Arbor, I'm going to have to leave the Elfburrow for a few days.
Your mother giving you permission?
Not as such.
Oh, she not gonna like that.
Alright.
But one has to do what one has to do. I wish you a good journey.
Oh, thank you, Arbor. And don't tell anyone I told you.
Oh, you wouldn't dream of it. Just don't you go staying away too long now. You know time out there runs much quicker than here in the woodland realm.
Of course. In the outside world, we elves age
Ah,
like
dan krijgen we in één keer
humans.
een kind.
That's
Ja,
why
dan-
most elves avoid it like the plague.
Quite right.
I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
Oké. Die...
Ik denk dat wij een boek dan moeten nodig hebben.
Ik heb een boek about carpentry.
A book about woodcrafts. Sanding, cutting, hammering, all that sort of stuff.
Fat worms, fresh seeds. En die kunnen we mee vissen. Ik heb ook een schep en die rod. Kijken of we een boek kunnen vinden. Want we hebben
Ik hoop dat er nog nieuwe clickables zijn.
look at the dice. Dat is een portal cube.
Each cube is significant and comes from a different country, but I never really paid much attention.
We hebben een boek on fishing. En die medicine book. Die sword stand kunnen wij draaien. En dit boek was nog nieuws te vertellen.
Hi.
Well, what's up?
Ah,
You were interrupted just now when you were going to tell me about sex.
Indeed, someone is of the opinion that a princess does not need to know about such
Oh
things.
ja, we zijn wel zwanger.
Come on, tell me.
I could tell you a lot about it, but it would be unwise for me to annoy your parents. They could burn me, or even worse, give me to a public library.
How do elf pregnancies progress?
They are very similar to human pregnancies, only they take a
years.
lot longer, about 4 years. You are presumably in the 6th month.
And if I go into the world of humans to talk to the Archmage, time in the human world passes quicker.
Then your pregnancy will go faster, that's for certain.
Nou, ik ben benieuwd.
The consequences
Dat we een
are
kind
difficult
krijgen.
to predict. I am not aware of an elf ever having a child outside of the woodland realm.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. If everything goes to plan, then I'll be back in a couple of days and we'll know what's happened.
That would be advisable. Pregnancy can play havoc with the body and mind. It does not take a lot of imagination to work out what a turbo pregnancy in the human world would do to an elf.
Thank you for your help.
That's what I'm here for.
Dan kan
Maar dat
Cheap Cheap...
risico gaan we natuurlijk wel nemen.
Waarschijnlijk wel. Kan Cheap Cheap ons nog helpen?
Hey, Cheap.
Ah,
Think, Cheap Cheap. How can we both get to Seastone without me having to grow wings?
Wat?
You've got
Springen.
an idea?
Oh. Je moet hem volgen, denk ik.
nee, denk ik niet, want we hebben een laaddingetje. Hij heeft een foto van een boot.
Ik wilde zeggen, hij heeft een zak.
Flight magazine?
Een flight magazine.
You've taken out a subscription to a flight magazine. Yeah, all right. Page 15. Hippogriff stud Eculeus in the Blue Mountains. The best battle and hunting hippogriffs in Avantasia. A hippogriff? That could carry
We
me.
gaan op zijn
Not a
World of
bad
Warcraft.
idea, Chief.
Sowieso. Maar
But the Blue
deze hele
Mountains
wereld
aren't
speelt zich ook
close.
af in de
And
World of
just
Warcraft
look at the
wereld.
price.
Orcs en
A
human.
pot of gold. Now, where are we meant to get that from? Yes, I think you're right. We'll have to think of something.
Cheap Cheap is toch weer een behulpvaardige man.
I'm really sorry about that business with the musical box, Cheap, but I had to find out what was wrong with me. Are we friends again? Good. I've got sunflower seeds. Want one?
Niks.
I can imagine the whole experience has made you hungry. We will get through this together, right?
Oké.
This
Sex.
sex that you spoke about.
Why
What
should I
is it,
not
and,
have
and
it?
why should I not have
Leg
it?
dat eens uit, Marjolein.
Krijg je baby's van.
I know
Ja,
that I'm an
maar-
elf princess. That's exactly the reason I should have something like this. Perhaps even two.
Too sexist.
Oh, I
wil
will
een
find
seks
out what
hebben.
you're trying to hide from
Ze
me.
weet niet wat het is.
Dat iedereen
Geen
graag op
voorlichting
zijn
gehad.
seks mag hebben.
Sometimes I wish I'd kept the artifact of divine fate. Well, an object that would make every wish come true. It'd be very handy right now.
Nou, inderdaad.
Yes, I know, too much power for one person. That's why Archmage Alistair and I made arrangements. Do you think I could play the princess card and
Wel een
ask the
idee.
stud to loan us a hippogriff? That'd cost a lot less than a pot of gold.
Hier kunnen we het ruilen voor een seks.
Yeah, you're right. They'd blab to everyone. Bad idea if I want to travel incognito.
Incognito. Oké, dus we moeten
I'll
een
be
pot
back soon,
goud
Chief.
vinden. Nou, we hebben een schep.
Ja, we zijn regenboog zoeken misschien.
Misschien kunnen we hem ergens opgraven. Kunnen we iets vinden in het visboek?
Perhaps I have enough knowledge to now understand the book.
Oh ja, we hebben onze fishing skill geüpt.
Ja.
Right. Aha, oh, twice in a row. Then, that was educational.
Fishing skill 15.
Lekker hoor. En nu? Kunnen we nu nog een keer lezen dat we
I
dan
already
30
know
worden?
everything
Oh,
that
nee.
this book can teach
En
me.
nu gaan we
Nu gaan we
vissen.
ergens 15 nodig hebben.
En nu gaan we hier vissen en
Ja,
kijken
ja,
wat dat ons oplevert.
The worms provide a great lure and should increase my fishing success rate, whatever that is. I always hang one onto the hook before I cast the line out.
Ben benieuwd.
Wat?
Wat
A
is het?
classic.
Wat was dat?
Wat was het?
Gooi het weg ook.
Ja, net als die vorige classic.
Een hoed?
A fishing hat, which not so long ago I thought was extremely
Dan
hideous.
krijgen we nog meer vis.
But now,
Ja.
I am the master of all
Duizend.
gods, the ruler of the river and the
Achievement.
goddess of the
Lekker.
water.
Lekker hoor.
And what's more, I'm looking good. That's me and fishing done. I've reached my peak.
Wat een
Het was
flex.
dus echt gewoon een achievement. Ze houdt de hoed ook op.
Ja, ik vind het een flex.
We gaan aan onze moeder vertellen dat we weggaan.
Nothing for it. Have to talk to Carl. I'd better take
Nee.
the hat off. No need to complicate matters
We moeten
further.
met de vader praten. Niet met moeder. We hebben wel de hoed afgedaan.
Jammer.
Ivo,
Ah,
I thought that we'd agreed that you would
Dat
stay
is vader
in
denk
your
ik daar
room.
rechts.
I'm pregnant.
Lijkt me een slecht idee.
Ja, lijkt me ook een slecht idee.
I'm no longer a little girl who can be shut up in her room.
No? How did you get out of your room? Did you trick Cheep Cheep and then climb over the balcony? That sounds very grown up.
Dat is wel wat we gedaan hebben.
Klopt. Ja,
Altijd eerlijk zijn.
I'm
What are you, my darling?
pretty. I am pretty.
But of course you are. You are my daughter and an elf princess. So you
Hello.
disobeyed me just to tell me
goed
this.
verhaal.
I just left my room to do a bit of training.
Mm-hmm.
You said yourself I've put on a few pounds, and I'm not going to get rid of them by lying around on my bed all day.
Dat is wel waar.
Where does this sudden insight come from?
Goeie troon ook wel.
I can't keep asking myself what to do with my life. Perhaps marriage isn't such a bad idea.
It most certainly isn't. And if you train diligently, I'm sure Prince Lalilos will like you a lot.
Of course. Fine.
I would love to help you, but I'm most dreadfully busy.
Die man is ook helemaal
kind
in
of
vlinders.
epidemic
zijn.
Ja.
seems to
Dat
have
is
broken out in
een
Seastone.
vlindertroon.
An
Ik
epidemic
wou
in
zeggen een
Seastone.
hoofdgewei.
It's
Dat is wel het woord wat ik
We're
zocht.
getting reports from the whole of the Middle Kingdom. Objects and
Er
beings
gaan dingen
have
mis in
been
Seastone, zegt die moeder.
changed.
What do you mean?
The situation isn't clear. It appears as if some kind of terrible power is gradually moving through the whole land.
Denk mooi
changing
Troga.
it. Do you remember the story of the Nothing? A big blackness that gradually swallowed a fairy kingdom bit by bit.
Of course.
This time it is much worse. It is pink.
An epidemic in Seastone. Is it wise for me and it to go there? On the other hand, Wilbur and the Archmage are in Seastone.
Ja,
Perhaps I can help them to fight the epidemic in exchange for them helping me with my problem.
goed idee. Hier staan ook logootjes op die pilaren.
This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden.
Okay.
No idea what it means. That's Mother's area of expertise.
Dat vind ik het wel, hè?
Misschien wel.
This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the
Oh,
garden.
alle drie hetzelfde.
Die zitten dus alle drie op de...
Dan gaan we dat even... Look at the
I can
queen.
blame Mother for a lot of things, but not laziness. On the contrary, she does the same work as 3 people put together, because she doesn't trust anyone to do it as well.
Misschien kunnen we haar vragen naar de logo's. De emblemen.
Mother?
Yes, Ivadora.
Ivodora.
Those symbols on the columns, what do they mean?
First your insights concerning your wedding, and now an interest in the spiritual. You do surprise me. The 3 symbols depict the 3 different forms that water takes. They are important in many
Water, ijs
rituals.
en gas.
Water that falls
Waterdamp.
from the sky.
Regen.
Water that springs from the earth.
Grondwater.
And water that is bathed by moonlight.
Maanwater.
Do you know what can be done to fight the epidemic in Seastone?
Done? Nothing, my darling. It's a matter for humans. We will only observe.
Oh, we gaan kijken hoe
How hard
iedereen
would it be for us
doodgaat.
to actually help solve a problem for once, instead of waiting for it to solve itself?
If Alistair needs my advice, he can ask me, and up to now he has not done that.
But
Oké,
I'm not going to interfere.
we gaan met die man rechts praten.
see you later,
Hij
Mother.
ziet er wat relaxter
Don't
uit.
pull a face like a wilted willow, Ivo. Smile.
We moeten in die bak 3 soorten water doen. Kijk, dit is de moon well. Dus daar komt maanwater uit. Nee. Moet je eerst naar kijken natuurlijk.
Only priestesses are allowed to get water from the well. Up to now, my mother hasn't tried to make me into a priestess. If I'm lucky, she never will.
Nee. Ik denk dat we inderdaad die 3 soorten water in die bak moeten doen. Dat er dan wat
Goed,
gebeurt.
één symbool ligt er al op. Toch?
Ja, want we hebben
doesn't
water
like
uit de
getting up
lucht.
early.
Die waterval.
He always says he needs lots of sleep, but he's never said why.
Nou, koning papa.
Een gekke man.
Hey, Pa, the day started ages ago.
Hij is een boomman.
Er
What?
is ook een vogelnest op zo.
Oh, Ivo, how's my favourite daughter?
I'm your only daughter.
Oh, that I had 100. You are and will remain something very special. The other 99 will be as well, though.
Pa, you're nuts.
Hij is ook noten.
She locked me up like a small child.
Have you argued again?
She started it.
She loves you.
And she only wants the best for me. How can it be best for me if she constantly criticizes me and forces me to do things that I don't want to do?
She believes that this will help prepare you for the life that awaits you.
I'd just like to decide for myself.
I know. Your mother just doesn't understand that, because she never had that choice.
Altijd eerlijk zijn.
I need to tell you something, Father, but I'm not sure how.
You shouldn't worry too much. It's not good
Ah,
for
I
the
weet het al.
baby.
You know.
Has a zebra got stripes?
Hij weet dingen.
How can it have happened? Why?
I don't know. Is that important?
It is. I want to know what's happened to me.
Then look for the answers, my little bud.
How can you be so calm about it?
Because I know that everything will be fine in
Ah,
the
hij is
end.
een van de schrijvers van het spel, denk ik.
And if it isn't fine?
Then it is not the end.
Oké.
If you don't know what the pregnancy's all about, then I'll have to travel to Seastone and ask the Archmage.
The fact that I don't know means that you did not get pregnant by natural means. And if something does not conform
dat
to
hadden
the
wij ook
laws
al
of
bedacht.
nature, then it must be
Cheap
magic.
cheap ook.
Ja.
No one knows more about these things than Alistair.
We agree then.
Like snails munching cabbage. Only your mother isn't going to permit it.
Ja, dat wisten we ook al.
Ja.
I know, but I'll work on that.
Oké.
Enlighten me, Father.
Evil-smelling murlocs, dancing the tango and farting uncontrollably. Bring the little llama to tears.
That is interesting.
Wij leren daar ook niks van.
Pa, would you have used the artifact of divine fate? Or would you have hidden it like we did?
I think that too much power can corrupt any one of us.
But you have great powers, and you've never used them for evil.
I could have cured diseased woodlands with the artifact, cleaned rivers in the air. And then what? Then I might have chased away the lumberjacks and destroyed the factories of the
Hij had ook wel een
dwarves.
fancy snor.
But I could have helped a lot of humans.
Things take time, Ivo. If you force change before its time has come, then it won't last.
Doesn't Mother's way of doing things drive you a bit mad?
Naturally.
Then why don't you tell her?
Does the GNU talk of spring when the shadows are tickling the squirrel?
GNU.
I love her. It's just a phase. She'll change. And if she doesn't change, then I will not love her any less.
Minder dan een minuut geleden zei ik dat.
As you are.
Heb ik niet geregistreerd.
Nee? Oh. Dat is wel bijzonder.
To marry this Prince Lalilos.
Of misschien dat ik aan het lezen.
I
Dat
did
zou
hear
kunnen.
about that.
Is that your wish too?
Heb je wel bewijs dat het niet
All
komt dat
I
ik slaap?
wish for
Ja,
is
dat
for you
klopt.
to be happy.
Aha, so I'm not going to marry him.
Unfortunately, not all wishes are granted.
Oh,
You are an elf princess. You will need to marry sooner or later. It's just when and who. I'd rather just leave that to Mother Nature.
I wish you could convince Mother of that.
I fear her faith in your taste of men has been shaken a little since... Well, you know. She wants to prevent your heart being broken again. That's why she is choosing someone that she thinks is right for you.
Oké, heb je nog een wijze leus voor
Enlighten
ons?
me, Father.
The striped kakadu and the limping squirrel, high on the rooftop of the world. They may be clever, but they are not wise.
I'll need to have a think about that.
Een wijze man.
Enlighten me, Father.
Old people with sunburn, laughing madly and turning quickly in circles, anger the humorless gods.
That is
Okay.
interesting.
Oké, ik heb niet het idee dat we hier heel
We've
veel
got
wijzer
quite a
van
lot to
worden.
think about.
Maar we weten wel dat we 3 soorten water hier
See you
in die
later,
bak moeten
Father.
gooien op de een of andere manier.
Ja. En dat wij priesters moeten zijn.
Ja,
Misschien kunnen wij een priestesboek lezen. We kunnen nog down into the garden gaan, hè?
ja, die komen vandaan. Echt? Ja. Dat is gewoon hier.
Oh ja.
Want dit is denk ik water uit de lucht. Put the mustard fisher head on.
Nou, vast nog wel even.
Kijk, als we hem opzetten en dan gaan vissen, of het dan nog iets bijzonders vangen.
I think I fished.
Nee. Misschien kunnen we flexen bij die dude. Met onze hoed.
Hi, Arbor.
What you got there? Be that the hat of a master fisher?
Yep, pulled it out of the pond.
But I've been trying for years to hook one of those.
Well, talent will out.
That ain't be talent. That be pure luck. Mappin'. Sooner or later, old Arbor will get some luck too.
Misschien moeten we zijn ding teruggeven. Nee. Oh, ik wou zeggen, misschien kunnen we hem die hoed geven. Maar ik kan hem niet. Ik kan hem alleen aanzetten. Ik heb nog zaden. Ik heb nog wormen. Ik heb nog een rare bloem. En een carpentry book.
A book about woodcraft.
Hierin zitten die 3 symbolen.
They're the same ones as.
Ja, dat hebben we al gezien.
Nou, we hebben geen andere soort water. We hebben geen ijs of zo. Of weet ik veel.
Nee, het was water uit de lucht, water uit de grond en
Two plants that
water
have
met de
found
maan.
each other and want to spend the rest of their
Kunnen we
lives
gewoon
together.
scheppen in de grond.
Een geweldig idee. Niet hier. Ik kan hem wel een schep teruggeven.
I'll only give it back when I don't need it
Ah.
anymore.
We hebben het dus nodig.
Ja. Waar kunnen we in graven? Hallo? Waarom gaat de camera niet naar rechts? Dit is een probleem. Wat is deze? Camera?
Steven weer.
Jongen, wat is dit? Succes. Nou, dus beter. Oké. Ja, die schep. Waar kunnen we in graven? We hebben die Happy Willow nog. Waar we nog niet
The
iets
willow
mee
is
gedaan
stretching its
hebben.
branches up high into the sky with glee. One part of the waterfall's already lying in its shadow. If it continues to grow like that, it'll shade half the garden.
Wat zei je? Kunnen we niet?
Naar beneden.
Beneden? Waar?
Nee, dat kan
Hier.
niet.
Nee, dat is juist ons doel. Read something to the happy willow. Ah, dan wordt hij verdrietig als we gaan lezen over bomen die verwerkt worden tot tafels.
Ik weet niet wat we er daarna aan hebben, maar ik vind het wel een goed idee.
I wonder if trees regard a carpenter as the bogeyman. It's not nice, but I'll have to find out. One can easily fell a tree with the help of an axe and wedges. In my experience, nothing beats a sharp saw, guided by 2 men. Slish, slash! The teeth of the saw bite into the wood, and in a few minutes, even the largest tree tumbles to the ground. After this, the smaller branches and the bark are removed from the trunk using hatchets. Once the tree is sawn into several pieces, it's ready to be transported away. Wow. I feel a bit dirty.
Kunnen we
It'll
zo'n
be
stuk plant
alright.
meenemen?
You'll see.
Ah! En daar kunnen we nu gaan graven.
Maar
En nu is het een weeping willow. Want nu komt het daar, de ding.
wat een concept is.
Hop. Een pot met goud.
A pot of gold, and no grumpy leprechaun protecting it. What a stroke of luck.
Goed geluid altijd.
Ja. En dan geven we nu de schep terug.
Ik denk dat dat
Nee, die
al
schep
gebeurd
blijft
is.
gewoon hier, staat hier in de grond.
Ja.
Maar goed.
A pot of gold will be accepted anywhere as payment. It's a bit less than a pile of filthy lucre, but a bit more than a heap of
Misschien moeten we
dough.
het dan cheap gaan laten zien.
Kan. Even kijken naar deze.
Hey, there's a rainbow. Since the willow's branches are hanging down for some inexplicable reason, the sun is able to shine directly onto the waterfall again and is now producing a pretty rainbow
Wat een
over the
idee.
garden.
Boeken voorlezen aan een boom.
Ja, dat is gewoon een goed idee. Cheap, cheap. Ik heb goud gevonden. Nee, misschien moeten we er gewoon over praten.
Hey, Cheap. I have the pot of gold here. Go on, take it to the stud. Oh, I realise it's too heavy. I won an arm wrestling contest against an orc warrior in Seastone with the help of a strength elixir.
Nou, we hebben.
Get something like
Yeah.
that for you.
We moeten cheap super strength geven.
Ja,
I'll be back soon, Cheap.
misschien kan dit boek ons iets vertellen
Ja.
over hoe we dat maken.
I wish there was something to indicate that the book was wrong, but unfortunately it's very sure, and I know it's right. I'm pregnant, and I don't know how, and I don't know why. I just know that I need to get out of here before Mother finds out. The Archmage in Seastone will know what to do. I wish there was...
Nee, ik kan niet met hem praten. Kijken. Hoe krijgen we dat pot of gold dan lichter? Niet.
I don't really know much about reeds or pipes, but if I'm not mistaken, then those things are called pipe cleaners.
Zijn er pijpen die we moeten schoonmaken?
Misschien.
Hier is niets meer waar we op kunnen klikken. Go into the garden. Ja, die sword stand kunnen we draaien. Maar we weten niet waarom we dat willen. Als in, het zijn verschillende zwaarden. Ik kan er verder niks mee.
Ja.
Meer boeken zijn hier ook niet te lezen. Ik ga nog met spatie kijken wat er nog te doen is. Nee, we hebben dit allemaal gehad.
Ja.
Laten we eens in onze kamer kijken. We hebben die jewelry box. We kunnen nog naar het bed kijken. Dat hadden we al gedaan.
When Nate and the others lived here, Nate often made intimations that were to do with the bed.
Ja, want nee, is
I
een
don't
vieze
know why, but I know Mother wasn't happy about it. She moved him to a guarded guest room at the other end of the castle. And Cheap was ordered never to leave my side.
Die jewelry box, daar hadden we al in gekeken. Maar er zat niks in waar we iets aan hadden.
These earrings here. They're sparkling and glinting in the sunshine. They could actually
Blijkbaar
come
nu
in
wel.
handy.
Dan gaan we daarmee vissen.
Maar we hoeven niet meer te vissen.
Just saying.
That looks promising.
What with bait? Oké. Vissen met oorbellen als aas.
Ja.
I think I fished enough today.
Oké.
There are other things to do.
Uiteindelijk gaan we vast een keer vissen, maar niet nu.
Ja.
Dus hebben we met moeder alle interacties gedaan?
Even kijken.
Volgens mij was jij gewoon ongeduldig en wilde jij graag met vader praten.
Ja. Kunnen we vissen in de moon wel met een speciale beet? Nee.
Mother?
We hebben wel die domme hoed op nu.
Yes, Ivo. What in God's name have you got on your head?
My fishing hat. Smart, eh?
Take that thing off before someone sees you.
Niet spotten met onze hoed.
Daar hebben we hard voor gewerkt.
Ja.
When you married Father, how long had you known each other?
Just a few days. I fell in love with him instantly. He was the wisest and most handsome elf that I had ever met.
And if you hadn't loved him, or if perhaps you hadn't even liked him,
Then I would have married him anyway. It is the duty of the princess to secure royal succession.
whether she wants it or not.
You didn't want to go to school either. Today you can play music, paint, speak a dozen different languages and have realized what a gift education is. Please, just trust me. Sometimes only parents know what's best.
Maar echt iets wat ouders zeggen.
You told me earlier about the different forms of water. What does it actually mean?
Not all water is the same. It changes. If it bubbles out of a spring, then it is spring water. Then it turns into stream water, perhaps into river water, and then sometimes later into sea water. The voice of water changes, its soul.
Diepzinnig hoor.
And if different forms of water are mixed together,
Then you can create water with powerful magical properties. But it's not as easy as you
Kijk.
might imagine. Water is constantly changing its form. Rain is water from the sky, but as soon as it lands in a puddle, then it becomes common puddle water.
Oké.
do you really think that I look fat?
You aren't really fat, my darling, but you aren't perfect either.
Dat zeggen moeders, hè?
Do I have to be perfect?
No one is perfect, but that doesn't stop us striving for it. Once you are happy with yourself, then you become overindulgent. Dissatisfaction can take
staat in één
you
keer ergens
far,
anders.
my darling.
Why do you want me to marry this particular prince?
Because I think that will be best for you.
And if I don't like him?
Then you will learn to love him.
Why can't I fall in love first and then marry?
And what happens if you don't fall in love? You won't ever marry then? Don't be childish, Ivadora.
Oké.
That stuff in the moonwell, that's water bathed by moonlight, isn't it?
Of course it is, my darling.
Could I take some of it?
It is holy water. We only use it for special occasions. What do you need it for?
I need it for a potion. It's one of the most important ingredients.
Really? What sort of potion?
Wat?
Well, told the moon waters are particularly pure and clean
We willen
water.
mooier worden.
I
hè?
thought that it could form the basis of a beauty potion.
It is true that this water is purported to have healing powers.
I didn't want to trouble you with this, but then I thought, if I'm meant to be looking my best for the prince, then
Is
such a
wel,
potion wouldn't do any harm.
Overtuigend.
Ja.
Oh, absolutely. Do you have a vessel?
Zeker.
May the Moonwell water give you the help you need to become more beautiful, just as it has always helped me.
Lekker hoor.
Lekker. Nou, dan moeten we alleen nog grondwater vinden.
Ja.
See you later, mother.
Don't pull a face like a wilted willow, Ivo. Smile.
En dat gooien we dan ook daarin. Moonwell water. Dit is grondwater.
Right, now water that has been bathed in moonshine. That must mean the water that's come from the moonwell. Aha! That's got the
Lekker,
second
hoor.
symbol to glow.
This was een fast travel.
Water that's fallen from the sky. Water that's been bathed by moonshine. 2 symbols are glowing. Only one to go.
En dat was grondwater, toch?
Grondwater.
Ik kan niet water uit de pond halen. En die Weeping Willow.
The only thing I can say in my defence is that is what a weeping willow is meant to look like.
Wel waar.
Arme Willow. Ben je hier
I think I
uitgevist?
fished enough
Onze
today.
vader ons
There are other things to do.
dingen geven.
Misschien wel.
Hij is wel een grondman.
Laat ik voor de zekerheid even kijken wat het ook weer was, of stond het er niet op?
The droplet signifies water,
Oh ja, in de moon, die hebben we.
the symbol for water that falls from the sky.
Dat is denk ik water uit de waterval. Of regen was het.
Water that spills from the earth.
Dit is de
That's what this
waterval.
symbol
Ja,
means.
dus we
Ja,
moeten
dus
regen.
regen moeten we
We
hebben.
komen aan regen. Wie kan
Ja,
aan
deze
regen
man is een natuurman.
maken? Ja. Geef ons regen.
Pa?
Yes, Poppet?
Dat is ook een goede vraag.
Hypothetically, if Cheep Cheep had to transport something heavy through the air, how could I help him do it?
You could ask me to give him the necessary strength, which you have just done, have you not?
Really?
Of course, but the effect would not last long enough to transport you to, let's say, Seastone.
He doesn't need to do that. It's just a short distance.
All right, bring me some sunflower seeds.
Die hebben wij.
Ja.
I have a few sunflower seeds. Here.
Good. Keep still.
Nou, dit is een baard.
Er is een orb. Er is ook een baby-orb.
That's it.
Just give Cheep Cheep these seeds to eat shortly before he starts on his journey.
Thanks.
Oh, goed.
En misschien moet hij dan wel door de regen vliegen en kunnen we dan bij regenwater uit hem knijpen.
Daughter.
See you later,
Ja.
Father.
Goed idee.
Als dat het is, dan is dat onverwacht.
Ja.
Cheep Cheep, ik heb een poosje voor jou. Magic Sunflower Seeds.
Father's changed the sunflower seeds. Well, can you feel anything? Now, don't exaggerate. Okay, here.
Lekker hoor.
Heat.
Oh, I hope it works. But what's he going to be like when he's super cheap? He's got enough of an exaggerated opinion of himself as it is.
Super cheap.
Super cheap. Komt hij nog terug ook? Of... Nee, ik moet nu zelf lopen.
Ja.
Oké.
We waren nog water aan het zoeken natuurlijk.
Regenwater zochten we nog.
Ja.
Ik heb... Bij die boeken kunnen we niks meer lezen.
Nee.
Hier kunnen we alleen die swordstand nog draaien. Met het boek praten kan ook niet.
Nee.
Hier rechts in de tuin is ook niks, want het boek praten, toen zei hij wat anders. Hier kunnen we niks. Ja, die muziekdoos hebben we nog.
En buiten op het balkon kun je ook nog.
Ja.
I don't know how Cheap escaped the music box, but he does say he knows various mystical fighting techniques.
Kunnen we ook niet meer op drukken. En buiten hebben we de telescoop, sunflowers.
One can almost see the edge of the wood through the telescope, but I just can't leave the Elfburrow. Mother would never forgive me, and there are so many dangers lurking out there.
Dus dat kan ook niet meer. Sunflowers.
The plant would survive, I'm sure, but at the moment I don't need any more.
Oké. Waar halen wij regen vandaan?
Wat?
Dat is een Cheap?
Ja.
Ja, hij heeft het pakket opgehaald.
Oh, that's overdoing it a bit.
Toch even kijken.
I thought you just wanted to deliver the pot of gold. You deserve it.
Lekker hoor.
It's really in there, is it? Our hippogriff? Why did the stud put it in there? Couldn't they have just let it fly back with you?
Ja, ja.
You mean it was in the box already? You didn't actually see it?
Lekker hoor.
We zijn opgelicht.
Het is een baby hippogriff.
I'd love to have your trust. Oh well, at least it's pretty lively. Cheap blind purchased the hippogriff. His trust in the Aculeus stud is far greater than his mistrust of humankind's capacity to deceive. Relax, I'm on it.
Wat?
Dit is een vliegend varken.
Dit is fantastisch.
You've still got the receipt, haven't you, Cheap? The little chap has enough strength to demolish a heavy wooden box. That's a pretty good sign. The floor of the box has been covered with newspaper. I wonder how long the hippogriff had to cope with being in there.
Nee.
Cheap? Didn't the hippogriff in the magazine look a bit different to this? Bigger? Bit more griff and a bit less hippo? Is this the effect of the epidemic? Mother said it changed things.
Ik vind het een bijzonder beest.
And even if this little lump of lard could take off with me on its back, the journey would be over as soon as we get to the border. Without the password, my mother's border watch will shoot us out of the sky.
Misschien kan Cheap daar nog even achteraan.
Hey, Cheap. Was something different in the human world? Was there any trace of this epidemic? And everything was normal at the start too? Intimidated? I wonder who they're scared of. Once I've cast a spell on Mother's magical mirror in the garden, I'll ask it for today's password to get past the watch.
Ja.
Then
Maar dan
it'll
moeten we
be
dus
off
eerst
to
het
Seaside.
regenwater
Ja.
hebben. Wie kan er regen maken?
Once I've cast a then I'll be back.
Wie kan er regen maken? Ja, ik denk vader.
Of boomman.
Of de boomman. Of we hebben een regenboog. Kunnen we iets met een regenboog? Nee.
Others will judge whether it was worth traumatizing the willow for this, but the rainbow certainly adds a certain je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi. Ik heb regen nodig. Arbor, help ons.
You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for you?
I need a special sort of water arbor. Can you help me?
A special sort of water? Now, who's been dreaming that stuff up then?
Arbor, please help. I need water that spills out of the ground.
There, the waterfall.
Ja, dat hebben we wel.
As
Yeah,
much
well.
water as you want.
Oh, it's not that simple. That water's changed. I need water directly out of the earth.
You elves
Hij
always
moet
like
even
to
in die
make
bak
things
pissen.
complicated, don't you? You got a container? There you go.
Kijk, pis in de bak.
And don't start telling me that this is
Water
some
uit de
kind of
natuur.
snot water or the like. This be tip-top quality groundwater.
Ja,
Should work.
jij lacht mij uit. Ik ben gewoon waterexpert.
I don't need your
Sorry,
spade
maar
anymore.
mensen jouw hoofd
I've
niet
put it over there.
Ah, that's great. And you've dug a lovely hole too, right in the middle of my lawn.
Ah, sorry about that.
Oh, what the heck. I'll plant it with something.
I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
Nou, dan hebben wij bijzonder water.
Planten zo.
Gooien we er mooi in. Dan hebben we ze alle drie.
Let's hope that Arbor's donation of water that spills from the earth will work. It hasn't really spilled from the earth, but it is groundwater, and it's never seen the sun. Now all the symbols are going.
Lekker hoor.
Hello? Are you there?
I'm always there.
Are you really all-knowing?
No, but it sounds better than I am the seer who saw more than any other being in the world and yet didn't see all.
Snap ik wel.
Ja.
There's talk of an epidemic in Seastone which is spreading. Do you know anything about it?
It is not an epidemic.
Well, what is it then?
It's something that you get involved with.
Can you see into the future?
Stories repeat themselves. Other places, other participants, but the course remains the same. Good fights evil.
Why am I pregnant?
You are pregnant?
Should you not know that? You being the nearly all-knowing oracle.
I didn't see that. When did you get pregnant?
I'm asking you.
Stupid romance. A woodland glade, a bed in the cornfield, not a mirror in sight. Couldn't you and mate have done that somewhere else?
Done what?
Oh, yes. Nothing at all, princess.
I cast a spell over you single-handedly with no help.
You had help, you just didn't realise it.
No, I did it by myself.
I'm the all-knowing seer. I'm telling you, you
Nee,
are wrong.
hulp van ons gaat.
I did summon you, but I don't really know anything about you. Do you live in the water, or are you the water?
No, the water is just a reflective surface. I live on the other side of the mirrors. I see what happens in front of mirrors. To you, they are simple reflections. To me, they are the
Magie.
window through which I view your world.
Okay.
Oké.
So you live on the other side of all mirrors. Does that include the one in my bedroom?
I can look through any reflective surface.
Lekker
I
hoor.
see all.
You do close your eyes, when it's the decent thing to do, right?
I see
Lekker.
all.
Yes, understood. But if someone's undressing in front of their mirror or doing embarrassing things that no one else should see,
Wat is dit voor
you do
game?
look away, right?
I can see into the furthest reaches of the world. I see the good and the bad, the beautiful and the abominable.
You saw me giving an imaginary harp concert in front of my mirror.
Ja.
I count that amongst the abominable.
Dank hoor.
And Mother and others summon you to ask your advice.
I wouldn't exactly describe it as asking. They know how to reach me via one of the mirrors. They want me to give them information, and if I don't answer, they just stand there and stare at me.
So you help them?
That is the question, is it not? Do I have an interest in supporting either one or the other side, or would I rather watch a catastrophe unfold?
So you'd pour oil onto the fire just because you want to watch the flames?
I could, but mostly I restrict myself to watching. I love to see how things develop. I can't abide when things come to a standstill. That's when I'm always tempted to give someone a shove in the right direction.
Nou,
I need today's password for the Woodland Realm Border Watch. Do you know it?
Of course. Your mother told the commander of the guards when she was standing next to the mirror surface of the moon well.
Can I have it?
Absolutely. I want to see how this develops. And there are quite a few surprises awaiting you in Seaside.
Which, of course, you're not going to tell me about.
They wouldn't be surprises if I told you about them.
By any chance, is the password melon?
How do you know that?
Stories repeat themselves.
Ah,
Do you not know
dit
that?
was in de andere game
Thanks
was dat
for
ook een
that,
password ergens.
unsettling conversation. I have to go.
Weet ik niet.
Yes, you
In die
must.
rare tempel.
But we will see each other again soon.
You mean to say you will see me and follow my every move?
Yes, but I didn't mean that. You will seek me out before this story ends.
Nou ja, als we inderdaad
Really?
met hem kunnen praten via elke spiegel of reflecterend materiaal, is dat misschien wel handig.
Where will I find you?
In a flying town, in a house with no corners.
Ja,
Till then, princess, I
gaten, gladde muren,
But...
jouw
oh.
ogen. Nou, Cheap, we zijn er klaar voor.
I think Cheap might get used to having superpowers.
We gaan gewoon op die varkens zitten.
Die vaak heel goed.
You are strong enough, aren't you? You were able to demolish that box just now.
Varkenachtig.
Can you carry me as far as Seastone?
Er zit wel een stoeltje op, dat is wel handig.
Right then.
Een foto van Wilbur.
The Archmage. Murdered?
Wat?
By Wilbur Weathervane?
Lijkt me niet.
Wat?
There's something strange afoot, Cheap.
No.
Mark my words. I don't believe a word of
Misschien is er een
it.
shapeshifter
Someone's
die in de
responsible
vorm
for
van
this
Wilbur iets
epidemic
heeft
and
gedaan.
someone wants to hurt our friends.
Zoals de kikkerman.
Away to Seastone.
Lekker hoor. The Great Escape.
Escape the Elfburrow. Ah, a few days earlier.
My name is Weathervane, Professor
Hij geeft les.
You want to teach us?
Well, yes. Why not?
You're a gnome. Gnomes can't do magic.
I can and have. During my mage training, Yes?
My mother also says that you should not be a teacher. But I think you're great, Professor.
Oh, thank you.
Say, Professor, what exactly is the magic constant? How long must Veritas Serum mature? What can you tell us about ancient magic runes?
Wijsbeek.
Veritas Serum, dat is waarheidsserum. Veritas, waarheid in het Latijn.
You seem to really know a lot about magic.
More than you, anyway. Maybe we should switch places.
Maybe you should shut your... we never talked to teachers like that in my day.
Well, we do in mine. We
Lekker
like to
hoor.
have answers to our questions.
Wat een man.
I will answer all your questions, but not now. It's time for History of Magic.
Then I have a history question. As everyone knows, gnomes are completely incompetent when it comes to magic.
Hij is een wijsbeek.
Dat ik net zei.
To be exact, only one great gnome mage has appeared in the last 800 years. He defeated Gremar, the last of the great dragons. What was the name of that last great gnome mage?
Not right now. We will open your textbooks to page 100 and...
So I was right, wasn't I? You know nothing, not even the name of the only great maid your own people ever produced.
I just need a drink of water. Frog in my throat.
Ha!
Lekker hoor.
Oh man, Master Marcus warned me that the students would
We hebben
test
ook
me
een
the first few
schaaphuis hier.
hours, but this is a nightmare. I don't know all of these things. I know nothing.
Dat is het schaapkonijn, denk ik, wat we gemaakt
Ik
hebben.
wil
Die
net
moet
zeggen.
Easy boy, easy.
in de vorige
Think,
game.
Wilbur, think.
We gaan hier ook een checkpoint maken.
Lijkt me
We
goed.
zijn ontsnapt als Ivo hier uit Elfburrow. En we gaan in de volgende video gaan we als Wilbur kijken hoe het ons vergaat hier op de School of Magic. Dus graag tot dan. Joejoe.